I have been to a fantastic place, a spiritual retreat called Rhythmia in Costa Rica in Guanacaste province. And after a week of an intensive work on myself, my body, my mind, my soul, all of it, I treated myself with a few days at the beach just to rest a little bit. I think I deserve it. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you today is something that emerged from my work. After a couple of days of purging, figuratively and literally, all the bad energies, bad emotions, toxins out of my body, out of my mind, out of everything, I found myself after lunch reaching out for cookie. Well, the food was organic, the cookies were made with no sugar, just dried food, and they were delicious. The food was delicious. And as I almost touched it, I thought, but why am I doing this? My body is not even feeling like that craving or the need for cookie. And I realized, oh my goodness, I'm doing it out of habit because that's what I would have done normally, right, after lunch. And now that I'm so cleansed, I don't need it, and yet I went for it. And that prompted me to think about how even once we heal any trauma, whatever toxic emotions we might have been carrying, and we heal and we grow and we expand and we become that kind of better, more complete, more authentic version of ourselves, we often find ourselves repeating the old unhealthy patterns from time to time, at least, if not quite still frequently initially for a while. And sometimes people then give up because they think, oh, well, this therapy or this treatment or this retreat didn't work. I still got angry with my partner, or I still felt anxious, or I still felt jealous. Well, the thing is, that doesn't mean that it didn't work. It just means that you need to recalibrate. You need to allow yourself time to recalibrate, because what happens is those patterns literally become addictions. We develop addictions. We become addicted to our jealousy, to our insecurity, to our anxiety, to our anger, to our sadness, to our helplessness, shame, guilt. All those toxic emotions literally become addictive because that's all our brain knows. Our brain develops neurological pathways called synapses based on those frequent responses, emotional and behavioral. They usually, not always, follow the emotional, cognitive too, the thought pattern. So now there's a habit, there's an addiction that will come up. Don't be discouraged by that. That's actually good, because what happens is, how the addiction loses its grip is this. You find yourself in the middle of reaching for that cookie in my example, and then recognizing, hey, but I don't need this. This is just a habit. And poof, in that moment, the habit, the addiction lost its power. You disempowered it, and you empowered your authentic self, or you may call it your soul. So just be patient with yourself and be aware when you find yourself in the midst of that old emotional reactiveness. Really be aware, and sometimes you may even have to ride the whole wave of your reactiveness, but at least afterwards tell yourself, oh, I know now what just happened. Be aware, recognize it, be gentle with yourself, be forgiving with yourself, but also make a conscious decision to guard against those patterns. And then go and do some repair with the person whom you might have hurt by being reactive. And that way, your conscious choice of your responses will be increasing with a drastic speed, and your reactiveness will be decreasing until it dies with your addictions and your ego or false self. That's it. And goodbye for now from this amazing place where I'm having a fantastic time. Love you. Talk to you soon.